What's going on, people, then? You know what I'm saying? SMG Podcast, episode, whatever this episode is. You know what I'm saying?
Episode 69, I think.
This is mad, because
Yes.
I'm, like, we're going to go through this episode without saying pause or why. Don't know if he knows when he comes out, might let him know. But that was a crazy pause that he just said. But if it is that episode, hold tight. You know what I'm saying? We've done a few episodes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't know what it is. Check the description for all of the promos and the plugs and all of that lovely stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you lot want to donate to the page, then you can also do so down below. But yeah. What's up, Ayo, man? What's up?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Just working, whatnot.
As we do.
On the floor and that.
The world is bubbling right now, bro.
Pretty much.
Apparently, we just had a white Martin Luther King just.
I don't know about white Martin.
That's what someone said to me today.
Yo, that's wild. Man said John F. Kennedy all over again. No way.
Yeah, they keep on saying they JFK'd him, but I think that's just because of the shot in it.
I think that's the first assassination I've seen in my life.
Oh, yeah.
His daughter was next to him, innit?
I don't even know. I tried not to watch it for so long, and then someone
they said
showed
the daughter was next to him.
Oh, that's wild.
They've caught the killer, so.
I mean, hopefully that is the killer. You know what I mean? Because we
know how
these things go, bro. I don't want to say anything bad because I like where I live.
The killer.
The alleged killer.
The killer's partner's an Autobot. We can't say the actual name because I don't want to get demonetized.
The partners are who?
Autobot.
Autobots?
Yeah. As in, there's something, but they want to become something else.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's...
I'm not trying to say that name because I don't want to get demonetized, innit?
So that was hard.
They got in their feelings, and apparently that's why they shot my man. But
yeah, that's our new word for that.
I don't know,
that's
man.
Hard.
You can't shoot someone because he's had difference of opinion. Were they quote unquote controversial? Was he quite dismissive to the black community? Yeah, but the man deserved to get assassinated. It's a bit too much.
It's way too much, man. Way too and I was hearing so much about it. The day it happened, my timeline was just crazy everywhere. But I remember seeing this guy maybe once, like
you've seen him debating or.
But that's the thing. I don't feel like I've ever seen videos of him doing anything. I feel like I've just seen images or like, you know, when he's on a headline or something like that, standing next to like a politician. I've seen his face, but I don't even really know his political views. So when this thing happened and I started learning about like, oh, everybody's, you know, it's either you love him or you hate him basically because he's got very strong political views. And I was like, bro, like I didn't know this guy was so important. Like, who is this guy? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, people are saying, bro, the comparisons they're making,
it's crazy.
It's like, wow, seriously? Is that important?
Yo, it's crazy.
Like, dang, like, and for them to off him like that, I was like, this is a serious... Like, that person knew what they were doing. Like, that's a serious shot, fam.
200 meters away.
And, bro, that's wild. That's wild. And he was talking about gun violence, apparently.
It was about gun violence that, you know, if you get shot and you're one of them ones that have to get sacrificed, that he had mad views on... Because he was talking about guns, but I think apparently he was talking about guns before he died, and...
Okay.
It's ironic that that's what killed him.
So, of what you know of Charlie Kirk, like, how would you describe this guy? Like,
I don't know because I don't believe in the term controversial, but he's quite, like, he says how it is. He's always having debates, but with his debates, they're very civil. Like, he's debated with transgender. Sorry, not the Autobots. Sorry,
the Autobots.
He's debated with like. The rainbow community is debated with the black community where he says, you know, Black lives doesn't matter. George Floyd, R.I.P., didn't die by the police. He died because he had an opioid addiction.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah, that's so. For me personally,
I think I know who he is now. Yeah,
he was dismissive to the black community, but then some of the points he had were valid. And the way he had the debate was kind of respectful, and we don't really see debates like that. So I don't know, man. He's a Marmite. It was a Marmite sort of guy. You love him or hate him, but yeah, I don't think so. He deserves to die. And when I see the black community all celebrating him, it's a bit.
Oh, is it the black community that's celebrating him?
Yeah, black community celebrating. They're saying, yeah, they're having parties and whatnot. So they want to see man in hell and all them things. But I think that's it's a bit too much over views, man. Someone should have a view and should be allowed to express it. But wait.
I had no idea. Like, you know, that thing is kind of mad though, because I feel like I remember at that time there was someone that come out and said that, and it was a big deal. Like, a few people were saying it, but there was someone that was getting a lot of flack for saying that. And yeah, that's kind of wild still. That's kind of wild.
But there's that, they've been saying that narrative that he was on opiate. I think Kanye said it first on Drink Champs. I was thinking, where's that from then? He said it, a couple of, but I think it's false, man. Saw the video of how he died, so all this thing
that's mad.
Opioids it's a bit mad.
Because opioids seems to be a common way of how certain people die. You know, and like I was saying to the first person that spoke to me about this, I feel like this was a government op, and I don't even want to say it like that because obviously, like I said, I like where I live and all that.
Cool. Trump and them not love him, so I don't know.
Not his side, not Trump's side.
Oh, I don't know.
The other side.
Where's Trump? Republican? Where is he?
He's a Republican, yeah.
What's the other side again?
The Democrats.
Democrats.
Or the liberal all them, man. The Democrats, the soft man. You know what I'm saying? And back in the day when I was younger, I didn't really even understand politics, but being that I knew I'm very connected to America, I used to think if I was an American, I'd be a Democrat. Because the way they painted Republicans was just like, they're just mad racist, they don't care. It's the same way they paint conservatives, like, not, I wouldn't say racist, like, but like they just don't care about anyone but the upper class. You know what I'm saying? And they just want to make it a money system or whatever. But now it's like, I don't know, bruv. The Democrats, it's too liberal now. Like, it's like, yeah, they use the whole, but we gave women rights, but we give black people rights, we give disabled people rights and all this. And because they've said they give all of these little group rights, it's like that's how they justify, you know what I'm saying, all of this madness, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's mad. It's mad. But yeah, with this Charlie Kirk thing, I still feel like I need to do more research on him because I don't know nothing about this guy. But yeah, I don't feel like no one deserves to die for anything really. You know what I'm saying? And that's me and my morals and me and my Christianity. Like, there's no way. Like, I can't wish that on no one. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I saw some statement that his wife made. I was quite serious, but she was like, you know, his movement will go on. You know, you don't know what you just sparked. And this is the thing, yeah. People are making a big deal, yeah, and saying like, you know, like this is enraged people, right? And at that point, I was hearing this. I didn't really even know what he was about. Now you're even saying this thing, and it's like, oh yeah. I mean, I'm not saying he was a bad guy, but yeah, those closed-minded kind of views are kind of crazy. And even though he's got closed-minded views on things that I don't agree with, he's also got closed-minded views on things I do agree with. So it's kind of mad. And it's like, you might be right in certain ways, but in the ways that you're wrong, it's very shut down and closed.
You don't care.
Like that whole George Floyd thing is mad. What do you mean? Even if he was on opioids, even if he was on codeine, drinking lean, like, so what, bruv? You know what I'm saying? He could have had codeine from the doctors, for goodness sake. That stays in your system. Like, no one knows where that came from. Or they could have just, I'm not even going to say what they could have done, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, obviously with him, I'll do my research before I say what I say on people. But no one deserves to die, man. That's a joke thing. And even the way he went, oh my days, man. The way his body tensed up, because that was mad. I mean, yeah, that was mad. But yeah, anyway, hold tight him. You know what I'm saying? Hold tight his family.
Rest in peace, my condolences.
You know what I'm saying? We was talking about this earlier. Actually, no. Oh yeah, that was the topic I wanted to get into. So I saw this thing on YouTube, and it was a question, and it was, are there any eligible like women out there to marry? Like for marriage, yeah. Like, are there any wifeys, like proper, like not just I accept
But
you because it's mad. But,
define eligible. It's quite broad.
that is broad. That's broad. I mean, I don't know. It depends on your standards, I guess, innit? So I guess it is broad, yeah.
I think there is all this civil war going on in our community, men versus women. I think there's eligible men. You said we shouldn't say that word, and there's eligible women, but you know, it's for us to go find. Obviously, I get why people just want to die single and give up because the streets is trash. There's nothing out there, but I feel like there's eligible people everywhere, man. We just need to look, man. But then it's kind of hard when we're exposed to and we're seeing more trash than eligible people. So I think there is personally.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you because there are times where I watch certain things and I see that a lot of the way people are moving these days and all that. And I just think, it's all finished, bruv. Like, the world's finished, bruv. All these gal, it's mad. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, there are women out there that are, but for our generations, yeah. But let's look at the lower generations.
Yeah.
How peak is it for them? Like, hold tight. The Christian movement in the younger generations, though, it's very fire. You know what I'm saying? But how big is it trying to find a wife in the younger generations, like in the like mid-20s and stuff like
I
that?
think it's peak because the younger generation, you have to be trippy. You have to take her to a 5-star restaurant, whereas in our day, our generation, only the wife, probably the fiance was getting that treatment. Now, you have to give her that treatment just so you have a chance. So I just feel their standards is higher, but then unrealistic. I just feel our generation is peak, but then their generation is just more peak.
Yeah, I saw a crazy comment today on a video that was talking about Akon and his wife's situation, and a lady left a comment saying, like it's not easy looking after a man for that amount of time. Something. I can't remember the comment I replied to this woman. I know it was just mad, but I couldn't even believe, like, my mind, I was thinking, what are you talking about? Is there a time limit on the amount of time you're supposed to put up with someone? Like, is this the mentality of people now? Like, you don't think
That's
forever
scary.
when you get married. You just think, well, we'll be together until we're tired of each other and then we'll just lock it. Like, nah, man. Like, the divorce thing is not, it's dead, fam. It's dead, fam. And I feel like it's becoming so common.
Yeah.
Like, it was like probably like the early 90s, end of the 80s, early 90s. It started to become so common. And even like last year, I was seeing advertisements on buses, bro.
Yeah, for like
For
divorce.
divorce, look, I couldn't believe
I've
what I
seen
was
better of
seeing.
them about. It's actually worrying. But then I'm not surprised. I just feel everyone's replaceable. Everyone has this disposable culture. Falling out of love. I don't know how you fall out of love with someone that you marry. I don't know, man. There's all people giving up easy on that.
Yeah, people are giving up easily. Like, it's people get married. People get married now for a lot. Well, not everybody, because there are people that are doing it the right way, and hold tight, everyone that's doing it the right way. But a lot of people nowadays do get married for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
They're not even really in love like that. You know what I'm saying? They love each other enough to get married. You know, they love each other enough to claim to commit. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, just kind of pacify each other for as long as possible, you know what I'm saying? But it gets to a certain point where when the what do they call it, the smoke and mirrors or whatever, when all of the makeup is gone, when all of the honeymoon period is over, the fantasy's done, and you're stuck in a situation where things might not be so Instagram ready, you know what I'm saying, and all of that kind of stuff, or just stuck with something hard, people were just ready to either cheat or divorce, you know what I'm saying, or live in separate homes. Like, it's, bruv.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about separate homes, but that's
mad.
In America.
Yeah, that man are crazy.
But I think it's more the woman saying that she's not trying to share a house or her bathroom with her husband.
Wild.
All crazy that she's only going to cook for the children. She's not going to cook for him. If he wants his own food, he needs to cook for himself. I don't know what's going on in the world, man.
Is that video with that light-skinned woman or something? I don't know, man. Yeah, she's kind of Latino-ish. Oh, my, I couldn't believe what she was saying, bro. I couldn't believe it. I think she made was it the one where the husband kicked her out like shortly after that?
Started crying,
Shame, blood. What do you mean? You're a clown, fam. Like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Like, for any woman out there that thinks you're gonna go and get a man and marry him and you're not gonna cook for him, you're going bananas. Like 100% you're going bananas. And I'm not even saying this on no, I don't even care what anybody thinks, bro. I'll back up what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was saying this in a conversation recently where I was thinking about saying. And I was thinking, bruv, like, it's like a man, I was thinking about, all right, if a man said to a woman, like, imagine a man saying, like, comes home from work and he's like, rah, there's no food, like, you didn't cook nothing. Let's just say, whatever, I don't care if she was at, whatever the situation, you get me, like, boom, comes home and he's cooked, nah, fuck that. It's a situation where, oh my goodness, flip that. It's a situation where he's at work and she's at home because that's how their pattern is. He earns enough to support the household and, you know what I'm saying, she's comfortable, boom, bam. But he comes home, food is not there. He's thinking, what's going on? I'm hungry. So he's asking her, what's going on? And she's saying to him, yo, like, you can't be moving like that. Like, that's not my role or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing as a man, yeah, waking up and not going work in the house with the woman. And then she looks at him and says, what's going on? And he says, what do you mean? That's not my role. No woman would ever respect a man for saying that or think that that's a man thing to say. You're expected to provide. So if a man's expected to provide, what is a woman expected to do?
Exactly.
Like, what exactly is your thing here then? Like, because if we're both supposed to be doing something, okay, I provide, I bring in everything that's needed. So once everything's brought in, what's supposed to happen with it? You want man to provide and then come and do the inside as well. Like, and this is a mentality I'm seeing with a lot of people nowadays. Like, it's just so wild. Like, these people that just act so like, yeah, like, you just have to do, fam, it makes me sick. So I'm not surprised marriages don't last, fam. You know what I'm saying? I can't imagine getting married to a woman like, bruv, we even both know somebody, you get me? You can even cook maybe a couple things, but bruv, I couldn't imagine getting married to someone like that. What is your life? What quality of happiness are you really going to have, bro?
You're not.
Like, you're laughing until it's dinner time and you're thinking, even if she does cook, it's gonna be dead, bruv. That's mad, you know, for life. For life. But this is what we're dealing with, cuz. Women that don't even want to learn how to pattern recipes and that, like, why? What, because it proves what? Like, what are you trying to prove? What? Like, you're strong in that. Who said you're weak? No one said you're weak.
Remember this movement that...
Mad.
Cooking for a man in slavery and looking after your man in slavery and...
Yeah, that boy thing.
All this thing... I don't know, man. I actually don't know, man.
Bruv, it's madness. That's what it is, fam. It's madness. And, like, bruv, like, obviously, it's a small group of people that, oopsies, that incite all of these kind of ideas, they usually, I say they, and we all know that when we say they, we're talking about a group of people that we either don't know or don't want to mention. But they're usually getting celebrities to endorse these ideas, or like singers and performers to write songs. And they know women are easy targets for these things.
Some men are easy targets.
Yeah, generally speaking, just because of the way that they absorb media.
Yeah.
So if you can plant the idea, like when Beyonce, because
I'm going to use that example.
She's one of the main culprits in this whole movement.
She did Single Ladies, but she I think she just recently got married to Jay-Z at that time.
She was with Jay-Z for time, even before that.
Yeah, they were together a minute, but they recently just got married when you made that song. So
Single
it's
Ladies,
so
you know.
ironic.
So ironic. So ironic, but she started all that one. What's that tune? Irreplaceable.
Yeah, this one. She's
Like,
been doing that for time.
And women are using this as the anthems to their life, you know. They're listening to them songs and making decisions based on the music that they listen to. Their husband will be at work on his way home. His wife has just been talking to her bedroom, gassing her up. She's there in the kitchen doing whatever she's doing, I said in the kitchen. She's in the yard, like, you know what I'm saying, just listening to Beyonce and weird, I don't know, realities, Whitney Houston, old school Mariah Carey, and just thinking, yeah, this guy's peak for this guy, like, I'm done. Because all that energy from the music's pumping her up, you know. When the guy gets home, we don't even know what he's in for, blood. Beyonce is teared up his whole thing, fam. Like, and she's created this whole movement with, like, what was that? Who runs the world, girls and all that. Like, I don't remember what that tune was called. You get me? All that movement was the maddest one, because that's like she was using all that the army anthem stuff and all that, and that's when the world was really trying to push this like women over men thing. And to me, it's like this is what I feel like affects a lot of potential marriage, like I don't know, like
I feel like as men we shouldn't be dating women. Like,
it's hard to
some
even
women
know though.
are on the facade because they'll post that men and this, men and that, but they're in a relationship, closed door. So I don't know, man. Just certain women you have to be careful with. It's just I don't get it, man. But then the same ones that they want a husband or man that want girl, but then you're pushing incel and red pill cultures. I don't know, man. The social media thing has got people crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's got people crazy. It's got people crazy, but these are the discussions man's having, and it's so mad. Like, it's so mad because, like, I'm a person where I understand, like, with the ages, things have to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, cultures change, the way we do things change.
Yeah.
Young people get crazier as every generation.
100%.
But in the last 20 years, I would even say now, let's say 20 years, yeah, last 15, 20 years, like, bro, it's gotten so bad that the youths now are coming up, the younger ones are coming up in an age where by the time they even hit like 18, girls are going to be so peak and annoying that they can just say, I'm just going to grab a robot. I'm just going to have an AI thing and just program her patterns. I'm good. What are women going to do then? Oh, they got the AI man. They got the robot man there that doesn't get tired. Charge him. It's mad. This is where we're going, you know. This is where we're going, my brother. This is where we're going. You get me? But yeah, because we was even on the live a couple of days ago, and we was talking about black women specifically. But it was yeah, it's mad.
They've been a topic
Oh yeah, we was talking
Last
off
2
of
weeks.
what's his name's thing, that
Ginger J.
Ginger J guy's thing. We was
Done out,
talking
man.
of that.
Done out.
But do you think he is done out though? Because I don't know if he's done that in this
done
day
out,
and
man.
age, fam. I feel like at this day
His
and
main
age,
bag, he got cancelled from his main bag, Pen Game, so
yeah.
he does. Well, originally he's a comedian, but boy, I don't know if he's gonna get them comedy bookings now. But
I mean, as a comedian, you could say some outlandish shit.
yeah, but that's not outlandish.
And
That's
he must have thought he was
borderline
on stage.
disrespectful.
Do you feel like it was disrespectful?
100% it was. You can't say
You feel like you don't agree with nothing that was going on
black
there?
women don't shut up, so I can put them in their place. What are their children, bro?
Mad thing.
The net is, yeah, I get his trauma. Cool, get healing. What happened to you was unfortunate, but then you're having unrealistic expectations because you went to jail, but then you're upset because a black woman didn't hold you down. What are we doing? I don't understand.
Was that
And
why he's
then
upset?
you're squaring up to the girl like you was gonna mash her up. The whole thing was mad to me. I feel
He didn't square up. There was bare distance between them.
yeah, but the way he was moving, like, I'm not saying that he was gonna do it, but it looked like he wanted to, like, as if he was gonna mash her up. Don't get me wrong. There was probing him. There was like
Did you get what I'm saying?
probing him.
All right.
But then if you're saying stuff like, because he might have it under his breath, that's when I thought, oh, okay, this is gonna go mad. Then they kept probing him. But then if you're saying you don't like black girl, take off your weave, take off your eyelashes, you're gonna get probed and then you're getting triggered.
Let me just say, the first time I watched that, yeah, and I heard him say, because I literally only watched a minute of what happened. Mm-hmm. Even up till now, I still haven't seen any more. And I have heard some things since then that he did say that I fully do not agree with. I have to just say I do not agree with everything this guy was talking about. No. But, or everything he said, or the way he said it, rather. Yeah. But when he said that, where's your hair thing?
Yeah.
That was special. I'm not gonna lie. I was pleased. I'll be real with you. I was pleased.
Chris, you can't be saying that. I said I was pleased. I said, yo, you're going too far.
That's the point I started busting up when I just turned off. I was like, yeah, that's mad. Cause bro, like, at that point, I don't know what she had said to him, but he was repeating some things, and the way she was even going on was mad cheeky and that. So, and whatever she was saying was obviously trying to dig him or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then he was like, where's your hair? That was Ceylon s'il vous plaît, fam. She was done. I was like, saying nothing, fam. You get what I'm saying? Like, and it was real what he was saying. You lot are talking all this smack, but every other race we can go to them as they are. Yeah, that's the look you lot replicate.
But white girls wear weave and wigs as well. So
I'm not even just talking about white girls, because Mexican girls, Iranian girls, Moroccan girls, bro, there's a small percentage of them. But black girls, try and find the percentage that rock natural hair is now the minority of them. It's not the majority. Drive down the high road, but I'm not lying. Go to a college, go to a work, a Haringey office. You know what I'm saying? Go to a NHS office where bare black women are working. All you'll see is weaves, relaxers, straighteners, eyelashes. Now they're even doing their lips. Black girls are pumping up their lips. Are you going mad?
Okay, the lip thing...
They've gone mad.
That's a bit too much.
They're doing all their...
hair, weave, lashes...
But this is how we meet them.
I can rock with that still.
You know what I'm saying? They don't do... It's cool for certain girls to do the natural thing, you know, it's black girl magic and all like that. They're making it cool, you get what I'm saying? But it's still not... You know what I'm saying? I'll drive down the high road and still see packs looking packed, you know. Bare weavers getting copped. But them races that you're talking about, every other white or whatever, no. More time man see them, I can pull out their hair, it won't be extensions. Some of them do, but some of them that do, they don't live around here. They're in Chelsea and all that. Them man there, or the ones that work in beauty things and all that, work in the city and all that, or do modelling. You know what I'm saying?
If they feel natural, well, not natural, they feel comfortable and it makes them feel good. What is the issue that the lashes...
Bruv, that's cool. If it makes you look good, that's cool. That's 100% cool. But at the same time, it's not as well. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you're getting onto these other races. Like, if I go and date out of the race, you're going to get onto me. But you're spending money to look like them. You're trying to be out here looking like flipping Pocahontas, bruv. You ain't got no Indian heritage, bruv. But if I go and get a Pocahontas now, you'd be telling man, oh, black man don't like black women. What's up, man? I got the real thing. She don't even have to buy her hair. You know, when she goes home at night, she don't take that thing off you, though.
But I think their issue is more of... Wow. Their issue is more of... You're dating outside your race, but then you're dragging the race down. If someone's dating outside their race...
He wasn't dragging
and they're not doing that,
yeah.
Then yeah, but he's kind of doing that. Because obviously his missus is Asian, innit? So he's on the case of black women are this, black women are that, Asian women are this, Asian women are that. But actually, I'm never gonna say because I'm just gonna sound racist. But
1p.
You decided to make it. That grass that he's on is not as green as you think it is. So wait.
Yeah, no, I hear you though.
No, you can date outside your race, but it's just don't project in it and don't come with self-hatred, didn't it?
I don't. Okay, no, learning his trauma because I didn't know, and again, I'll say I don't agree with everything. I don't agree with the not dating black women thing. Yeah. I don't agree with him he apparently said something about his mum or not wanting to date a woman like his mum.
You man talking about Ginger J?
Yeah.
You know what's hilarious, bro?
Yeah.
I see my man today at work.
I
swear down, that's hilarious that just said
that.
Down. Yeah, I swear down, bro. I walked right past me. I was like, why do I know this guy? I was like, that's like Ginger J. Like, I swear
you said it like that to him?
No, I didn't see it to him, but it's like he was walking.
Did he look stressed? He looked stressed. This guy's bossing up. Oh my. This guy's he's laughing at him.
He did look a bit serious, but I don't know what he's going through. Like,
we know what he's going through, man. His career's on the line, bro.
No, what do you mean his career's on the line, man?
I still don't agree with that, man.
It is, man.
I still don't agree with that. I feel like he can
even Americans are dragging.
nice.
You see, when your team gets to America,
I think that's just good. That's good. Look at the publicity that he's got, bro.
You see, when Americans drag you, wait, that man don't.
I don't know because you're saying like what my virgin said, and I feel like we're forgetting that we live in an age where most people that are popular now, it came from them being dragged about something. We've just forgotten about it. They just read that publicity.
But that's back in the day though. There was no social media.
No, I'm talking about back in the day. I'm talking about recent stuff. Like look
at that bad baby. That was a bad baby girl, bro.
Bro,
her whole career started.
Man even said, "Oh yeah."
The one that said, "Catch Me Outside."
Yeah, fam, Catch Me Outside, fam.
Yeah, but she didn't really.
Bro, she was a.
But
what do you mean?
She was getting dragged.
She was cosplaying a black woman.
She was getting dragged.
And was
but
rude to her mum.
She was getting dragged.
It wasn't just normal rudeness though. Like it was like she went on a show and it's like you saw that there was nothing positive. Like everyone.
How did she get dragged?
No, but my point is because everyone was cussing her behavior, but obviously
she's a millionaire.
But she wasn't a millionaire, bro. That's my point. That's what Chris's point is that, bro. People who make it, because look at her now. Now she's a millionaire because of that. So you get it? Like she did, even though it was negative, you get me? It didn't matter.
Council will drag them.
Huh?
She was definitely dragged.
She was getting bro. She was on a show talking to her mum nuts, bro. She was getting dragged, bro. Like, everyone's like, "But how can you talk?" That's the whole point. Everyone's like, "How's your behavior? How's her mum allowing her to chat to her like that, bro?" Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that was the whole thing. But like I said, that just turned into publicity now. Do you get me? And they forgot about that part, and then she said, she's. Do you get me? She put out.
So you don't think it's cancelled?
So she, huh?
I don't think it's. I don't even think there is such thing as cancel anymore. I think that's done, man. I think people just say it now, but I don't think you can be cancelled now. I think it's literally any publicity now will work for you as long as you know how to flip it. Because who's going to cancel you? What does that even mean? People are going to stop watching you? No. There's bare people that agree with him. I was even watching...
But they're doing it in silence.
Nah, bro. What was Castillo just on Winners Talking to him talking about? Like, bro, like...
Yeah, I watched that episode yesterday.
Like, bro, I feel like people agree with him. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, some people are doing it in silence, but I feel like some people are doing it out loud as well. But right now, like I feel like Margs, I even said something about him. You know what I'm saying?
Margs,
not for trying to get onto him.
They're saying he stepped down, but he didn't. I think Margs fired him.
Who knows? I don't even care. I feel like he's wrong for getting rid of him if he did still.
Yeah, but Margs is on the whole fight for the system type. So it made sense.
I feel like Margs was just playing for the black. Like he's got a black woman in his ear saying, I don't know if he's got a BM or something that's
No,
just on him. Like,
he's been on that for years.
No. But
No,
you
I
see
swear
what
on
it
Chris,
is,
he's been on
yeah.
that for years.
You see with Margs,
Yeah.
I don't disagree with him because I heard the points he's making because what Margs, like what he listed is the truth, bro.
What did he list?
Like he was talking about is that it's not just because of that's his opinion.
It's
It's
how
his
he
whole.
did it.
It's about how he delivered it and his whole energy towards it. Like because it's like, bro,
Man made a
it's
mistake,
Like, obviously, my thing is obviously I've seen the whole thing, but I've seen clips of him. I'm thinking is that even Mark's point is like it's your aggression towards the way you're saying the way you're saying it. It's like even if that's your
sound like you
opinion,
proper hate
like it's like you're the way he delivered it. This sounds like this come from hatred. Like this don't just sound like
I hear that.
This is your like when you like you list your opinion. It's like cool. That's what you like. That's what you like. But it's like when you're expressing that, bro. It's like I can see because he said even in the video, Mark said the girl said something which triggered you. And that's why you look how you react.
Exactly.
Do you get it? Like so that is mainly the reason, as to why, like obviously he said XYZ. Like, but and that's my point. I said I heard that because I said my man he shouldn't have delivered it like that. Because even if that's your opinion, I'm big on that. If that's your opinion, that's what you like or what you stuff. That's the you, bro, isn't it? Like I'm not gonna stand here and say nah, he can't have that opinion. Because whatever he's experienced in life, you can't tell him that that's not because that's what he's experienced. Like, but until he's experienced otherwise,
100% I can.
But until
he had experience with
but you can. No.
But you're taking out the whole risk.
No.
That's an idiot thing.
No,
go on Hillbrow.
What do you mean?
Go on Hillbrow because what did he say? Black women didn't hold him down in prison. Why did you go to prison?
No, but no.
Why? They're not psychiatrists, bro. Why?
But some of the things he's saying.
Why do you have so much disdain for the whole black?
I feel like a lot of black men, are arguing the points that a black woman would argue.
And what's that?
Like what you are saying, like what you know what I mean? I don't agree with everything.
Who dare outside the race, something like that. I think they're idiots as well.
I don't mind about doing other race thing, but it is true what he's saying. Like, you know what I mean? A little bit, because you have to think about it. Maybe I'm wrong, but when you're thinking about holding it down and that, maybe it's a psychological thing.
But why did you go to prison? Why?
Forget about all that.
Why did you go to prison? Why do you want someone to hold you down?
That's the besides the beside.
For terrorism, whatever he did.
It doesn't even matter where he went down.
Why do you want someone to hold you down?
That shouldn't even be a part of what I'm trying to get to.
So what is it that you get to? Because the guy's an idiot.
What I'm trying to get to is that I feel like if he had an Indian thing, white thing,
he said he's got
a Mali
he's
thing,
got I think Asian wife or whatever.
Mali thing, Chinese thing, back to Mexico, South America. Yeah, I feel like maybe not. So I don't know about South America. I'm joking, but I feel like the potential of them being 100%.
Yeah.
So he's saying,
cancelled, bro.
He's saying he reckons that they're holding it down.
If you go to
they're
jail,
holding it down. He's saying they're holding it down.
This is their man.
He's saying they're holding it down. That's what he's saying.
Hey, yo.
He's saying the black queens ain't holding nothing, bro, fam.
These views do not.
Them man they're gone in the wind, bro.
Because you hear my stories in the hood. You know what I mean?
What? Them girls hold them down.
Bruv, you'll be hearing the man's inside.
What do you mean?
And man are doing madness to his.
The man's gal is getting folded left, right, and centre, bro. What do you mean, fam? What do you mean? How you really mean, fam? What do you mean, fam? Well, man, like, that's why, bro. I'm a big advocate here, bro.
Look, you go just dump the girl, bro.
Exactly. That's what I'm an advocate.
You have to.
Like, I'm not even gonna hear all of that. I'm
it
never
don't
gonna
matter.
let you lie to me, fam. Like,
It don't
you're
matter.
not gonna lie to me, bro.
Like, this is done.
I've seen with these two eyes, what's going on out here. What's going on out here? What you're trying to say, you're gonna hold down, you ain't holding nothing down, bro. The only thing she holding down in some wood when you're on the jail call, fam. She gotta go, fam. Come on, fam.
That's mad.
Where's the
Yeah, that's wild.
Why not? She don't got my man in the background while you're there holding the
That's
jail.
what I'm saying, bro.
She could have
Yo.
just been holding the plow, bro. And,
Oh my.
I gotta take this
days.
cool. Like my man just eased up there with his chest, this there out in the open lane.
That's
Man. Just
wild, cuz.
hold your cool, man. Like, I ain't gonna get in between of your love. But that's my point. But obviously he's just saying that the black he's saying that the black queens are less likely to hold it.
So where this came from is we were actually talking about, are there any eligible women left out there for marriage? You know what I'm saying? We span into this, but yeah, but what's your views on that? Yeah, what's your views on that?
Rare. Now there's still some out there, man. They're not all done. Majority of them are, but they're not all done. My thing is, when I think about it, it's like when you're saying, like, for example, this is an example. Nah, like, if you can't, let's say, if you can't, you're not able to, depending on how long the sentencing is, because that's where what makes a difference. It all depends on the length of how long this person is in prison for, yeah, and depending on that, yeah, it determines whether or not, yeah, how like you should be able to wait or whatnot. Because if you can't do that, like I said, you can't really say you're ready for marriage. Because you don't know what might happen in life, yeah, where you might not be with your partner for however long or whatever. You don't know, fam. And my thing is, if something as simple as, like, okay, because it's like, yeah, you physically you might not work together, but my point is it depends on the length. Because as I said, if my man's in jail for like 3 years, yeah, you're telling me, yeah, you can't hold it down for 3 years. You was never ready for marriage. Right?
No,
you was never ready. You was never ready for marriage, bro. What if my man had a
what if he did the crime?
What if he had a working opportunity elsewhere, yeah, and he could just, like I said, he could have a little lab where he's got to do a little 3-year contract, whatever the reason, but he's got to go away
that's
for a
different,
3 year.
that's the job.
No, what do you mean it's different?
It's different. It's
It's the same principle.
Let me give you an example.
What does a crime? What does a crime have to do with you two's love and relationship, bro?
Why is someone waiting for someone for a crime that they committed and they're
Let me give you an example of a crime. On TikTok, I saw a story. A family, they had a baby.
By the system, you know.
They had a baby, and the baby got the C disease. Yeah. And they needed, in America, you know, it's peas. They needed mad peas for the treatment. Family don't got that peas. You know what I'm saying? They're stressing. What do we do? The husband, he just thought, flip this. He went into the bank peacefully. Didn't brandish no weapon. Man's wearing a white tee. Handed them a note saying, give me all your peas. They slipped him all the peas and obviously called the police. He got arrested. Man got life. 25.
Robbing the bank.
But the judge went nuts on him and said, oh, you're trying to say you're a good man, but you're a bank robber. But if you see the way the guy even did it, I would have even let him off. Especially for the reason he did it as well. He took the amount he needed for the treatment kind of thing. I don't think it was even enough. But anyway, should she hold him down?
But it's a sticky one still, because I'm on this whole, if you did the crime, you deserve to stay in jail. But for that, I don't know. Obviously, she's going to hold him down because obviously what he did is
score 5, you know.
Quote unquote credible thing, but there was other ways to get money. Robbing the bank was a bit, I don't know.
Yeah, he went bananas.
Still.
He did it so calm as well, fam.
I don't know, man. That one's hard, but I feel like this
what do you mean, fam?
Going to jail and expecting your woman to hold it down is a bit mad. It's giving entitlement still.
It's giving.
You see what it is, bro. You come from too much. You live in too much of an entitled life, bro.
I'm not living entitled.
You do, bro.
How?
You talk from an entitled perspective.
How do I talk that?
Bro, the whole everything you just said is the entitled perspective,
it's not,
bro. Gee, but it is.
How can I? I commit a crime and I want my girl to hold me down.
What? No, because you see what it is. You see your fixation. Yeah. Your fixation is on the crime. You're disregarding the whole circumstance, the circumstances to why he's committing the crime. You're just fixating on the crime.
I said the sticker. I'm not saying she shouldn't hold him down, but I just feel.
Brother,
the
it
game- the
doesn't
game,
matter, bro.
innit?
Alright, cool. Let me show you something here.
Yeah, go and show me something.
What matters more to you, the health of your child or the law?
That was my child, but I'm not.
Hey,
gonna
no,
go back.
but no. I'm not asking for what
Okay, the health of my
in
child.
terms of priority. If you
Yeah.
come to one or the other, what matters?
The health of my child.
Exactly, bro. So therefore, him doing his crime here, you can't be. His crime is irrelevant because it's not like he just done it for the
course
love.
it's irrelevant.
If he just said, "Oh yeah, my man just done it for the
But you can't
luxury
say
of
it's
doing
irrelevant
it,"
because if that's the case,
Yeah.
all the people that did crime to provide for their family or for a good cause, they shouldn't be in jail. Then what are we doing now? You can't say.
Nah,
that.
all
You
right,
can't say
I hear that.
because
But
we're
I'm
going-
saying if you look,
we're
you can look
changing
at
a dangerous
specific.
line though.
Nah,
No,
because
no, it's not.
now you're just using law as the book.
I'm not using law as the book.
Yeah,
are.
because you're
You
just
are,
saying, look, I'm just gonna judge it by the book and not look at the individual case.
But that's
I
how
feel
it's
like
meant
in
to
that
be, though.
individual
but
case,
that
with me
is
as
my
judge, I
But
would
if
be
we're
like,
doing-
yo,
okay,
good
but that
fam.
is the exact.
But if that's the
point
case,
I'm
then let
making, like,
all
'cause-
the man that killed someone because they raped his sister, don't put him in jail then. But
I
he murdered
shouldn't.
someone.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't-
lie,
I don't believe
you
you
need
should.
to have
Then what
some
we doing
kind
then?
of reprimand,
Well,
but
obviously,
I'm
you
not
see-
gonna do a mad thing and ruin your life.
No, see, but you see, my thing is, yeah,
You know what I mean?
like, obviously, we've got different worldviews because you see what you just said
Yeah.
there, yeah. I don't believe he shouldn't be in jail, fam.
What the guy that got the revenge for the sister?
Yeah, bro, he
Yeah,
shouldn't
that's
be in
mad.
jail.
What do you mean? As
He
me as a
shouldn't.
judge,
Listen.
you shouldn't be.
Because
I
you-
don't think you should be. And even if you do go,
Yeah.
I feel like
If
you
I
should
go,
do like
but if I go,
you should do like 4 or 5 tops,
Yeah.
just to think. Like and get your because
but most
therapy
judges
and
don't
most
have
of it will
no
be
empathy.
therapy. I'll do it like them European countries.
Yeah.
I'll do it as therapy because I'm not just gonna put you in a box because you'll be angry. Like you just lost, like your sister went through a mad thing,
No, but
and
I
you have
think-
to go through the
I think
psychology
they're
of killing a
definitely
man.
give some sort of help when
Bruv.
if they put him inside.
They might, but it won't be it won't proper. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't give no one life for that. No way.
Yeah, robbing the bank life, yeah, but you know.
Or
some-
for
but
for
you know
getting
some
back for
judges,
your
they're on
sister
this-
thing.
They're on the power.
That's what I'm saying. Like
This-
the law is mad. The book is mad.
Okay, but this is why I don't
This
really
is
try and
what
commit
no,
crime.
but this is my point. Why the whole concept of the law, yeah.
Yeah.
I understand the purpose of it, yeah, and I agree with it, yeah, because it needs to be there. But you see the way that like it's applied, yeah, the application of it, yeah, that's where it's a bit crazy, bro, because that can get the application can literally be changed to suit.
But then,
whoever.
if we know that, shouldn't that be more insistent that we should be committing no crime
No,
regarding the reason?
no, you're
And I
right.
said no.
No, but you see what my No, but then again, like I say, it all depends on what you determine as a crime. Because remember, bro, someone can come, yeah, and change the law. Like as an example, yeah. Let's say like weed is now legal in in majority of bare countries across the world and in like America and all that. It's still illegal over here. See my point? So what? So cool. So what? As long as I'm in the States of America, what I'm doing is okay. But when I'm over here, that's not okay.
I hear what you're digging still.
Do you see my point?
Yeah,
Like, do you get my point of when I'm saying
but
when
if
it comes
police
to
catch me smoking weed, I'm not gonna say, but in most states in America, it's
Obviously
legal.
not. But
You lot can't arrest me.
it's
It's
the
not making no sense.
it's the broader argument of it. Like man's breathing the same oxygen you lot are breathing, but for some reason, your book is mad and my book is mad.
The book is mad. I just feel it should be insistent for someone not to get. But I get why people commit crime. Do I agree with it? Hell no. I just feel,
No, obviously,
definitely.
bro, you see what it is? What you're not understanding, people like cool. Firstly, you see why people commit crime. Yeah, it's because everything's wired like where there needs to be people that commit crime. You see my point? Like, it's wired that way, bro. Like you see, alright, cool.
crime.
You see, alright. Even if you look in the ends, bro, predominant crime areas like areas we live in, yeah. You'll see the way that it's set up and the types of like if you was to go dig into like say the finance of what the families make and jobs and this and that, you'll see that there's a correlation between it. If you was to compare it to let's say people who live in like Hampstead or something like where it's more, you'll see the correlation. It's engineered, bro. Like so that's why when you're saying you go to certain areas and let's say there's far more crimes over here and this is I'm saying of course there's more crimes over here. I say these people don't. Like, cool. Areas with predominant loads of broken homes, loads of families that come from like go through hardship, probably people that suffer from mental health. Like, there's loads of this combination of problem people, council, housing people. Like it's like all of it is just pushed into it. So it's like, yo, this area, even you're young, yeah, you're going to grow up. You're going. What makes your worldviews is what you experience as you grow up. Yeah. So this is how you could come from a very good, actual good, well-raised family, but then you go outside and you are seeing people getting licked down and left, right, and center and this and that. So now your worldviews becomes what you see and what you know. So that's how you get people who some people like cool. Even when I was young, like a lot of times, man them would be committing crimes because I'm well known. You know how many times I'll be telling man them, you do realize what you're doing is a crime, right? Because they'll be doing it so leisurelessly where it's like you'd think it's not a crime what they're doing. Well, it's a crime what they're doing. Like, but that's what they've grown up to know. So to them, it's not even seen as that. Like, do you know how much man out here they do certain things and they don't even understand the severity of the crime, what they've actually done. To them, it's not that big because they're normal. Like, alright, cool. I'll show you. I'll give you an example. If you grow up in like the ends and you're in like the road, like cool. Someone will think like, cool, yeah, I'm gonna go and see my op or something. Like, I'll grab him, tell him get in the car. Yeah, cool, yeah. Chat to him, bad him up, cool. If he now goes to the police now, yeah, you have kidnapped him. But to my man, he just, well, I just grabbed my up and like, you get me, I just badded him up, like. But now you've kidnapped him. There could be go kidnap, assault, like there could be various things. But to a normal person, to them, because this is all they've known, they're not even real. It's not really even registering with, yo, I've just committed XYZ crime. So that's why how you see certain man where it's like, cool. What they might have done might have been something very straightforward. But then in the process of what they actually done, the crimes they've committed, if they just list it by the crimes you've committed, sounds crazy. But what they actually might have done might have just been, like I said, something as simple as that. Because you'd think if you saw it physically, you'd think, my man just saw his up and that. Like, you get me, made him jump in his car, badded him up a bit, and then sent him on his way. You as a person, we think, cool, but in the eyes of the law, what you have just done, the actual crime you just committed is a mad thing, bro. Because you've kidnapped him. From you told him get in his car and took him somewhere against his will. That's kidnapped. Kidnapping, bro. But like I said, to a person who is in that, like, you wouldn't even look at that and you'd be thinking, what if I didn't kidnap him? Just in your mind, you'd be thinking, I didn't fucking kidnap him. Because in your mind, kidnapping is, me tying him up and putting him in the boot and do you see what I'm talking about? And when I'm talking about when it comes to the law, like the way the law works, and that's why it's like, yo, bro, people go to jail for stupid technicalities, bro. Like I said, you like those who come on like I said, joint enterprise, bro. People out there sitting in jail just because someone just get me. So that's why when it comes to the law, that's what I said. You can't be basing moral the moral standpoint of the law, bro.
I don't believe in joint. I'm more of the, if you did the crime, you should do the time.
No, I hear that. Like,
I'm speaking from.
No, but my point is,
I'm not speaking from
but
someone that's on the road.
No, but my point is, you're not looking into the fact that, cool, if you do the crime, do the time, but who is the one who is deciding the time, bro? And what qualifies them, to issue that amount of time? Because it's like, yo, when you're issuing that, like, for example, the example you made with my man should have never got a life sentence. He should have never got a life sentence.
Yeah, but what if his wife turns around and says, "Okay, our child's dying. You're gonna die. You're gonna miss their death. You're in jail. What you did was stupid." She can turn around and say that, no?
What do you mean?
She can turn around and say to him, "Why did you do that? Why you're not here for me?"
No, of course.
That example, that's why I said it's a stick one, because there's too many loopholes. There's too many.
Nah, bro.
There's too many great errors.
Nah, bro. You see that as an example. Yeah, like that one specifically.
But my man life, that's too It's not.
No,
I don't
but
know.
my point
It's
is,
over top. It's just doing too much.
no, he is doing too much. But that's my point of why I'm saying, yo, even though what he committed a crime, I'm saying the person who is in charge of mediating how much or what he's going to jail for, what qualifies them to be able to do that? You see what my point is? Because it's like, cool. On the basis, it's like, cool. Why, like, are you deciding that he should get that length of time? Because that isn't decided on moral. Like, it should be. These things should be judged on from a moral standpoint of what's actually happened and taken place, but they're not. They'll just be listed, as whatever the crime was. So my man just looking at the fact, exactly like what I said, you're just looking at the fact that my man tried to rob a bank. Like, you're not taking into consideration, my man didn't hurt no one, he didn't do nothing aggressively, didn't do nothing that
Didn't
exhibits,
swear, didn't shout.
the set. And then, like I said, there's people, who actually do the violent robbery and they probably might get you less than that.
They do. There's men that go in and out and they're bank robbers. Like, they'll be out telling you how they robbed the bank, but they've done their time so they can talk to you about it. This guy is a big man. He's not like, he's like maybe early 40s, late 30s. So 25, like, even if he does 1-5, like, his youth's like 2, fam. 1-2. Like, even if the youth survives, God willing, you will be in her 20s, like, or in her late teens, like. You know what I'm saying? By the time she couldn't even really...
And it's like the fact that you can see that this is the reasoning for that. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like, it's like, you're not making your decision based on a moral standpoint. Because it's like, all right, cool, my man done wrong, all right, cool. All right, you done wrong, but obviously the cause you're reasoning behind it, it's a moral reason. Because, like I said, if my man, the judge, was in that position where you didn't know no other, like, because that's what it is. You have to remember, people in these environments, and I know that because man come from these environments, the scope of what you think you're able to access here. If you're around, let's say you live in the hood or whatever, you don't know how to any other thing than to make large sums of money because no one in your environment is that person. And that's why I say it's like privilege. Like, when people look at it, I'm saying, you can't look at it from a privilege perspective because when you're not in a privileged environment, you don't understand that. There's no, all right, cool, I'm gonna go do this and this and that. No, more times all they know is if you've got some sort of money or they either had to rob, steal, sell drugs, or you do some sort of fraud. That's all they've seen. They don't know, I can go and invest in some Bitcoin, to do some day trading and just like stuff. Like, to them, they don't know all of
that. Isn't that down to ignorance, though?
It's not down to ignorance, bro. It's because, like I said, this shit is engineered. The person in that...
You could do streaming, you could do...
No, but my bro...
Trading or whatever, but you want to be Ghost, you want to be Tommy Egan. I don't get.
Yeah, no, but bro, you're not looking at it. My man has it. Those things there, you don't become a streamer overnight. You don't become those things don't happen overnight. Yeah, so you're not gonna get no instant. You're not gonna. My man needs money now, bro. You get me? He hasn't got years to.
Man have to invest in the trading.
Good money, though.
Huh?
Not everyone in country makes good money.
No, you're right. Like,
I don't know. No one that's trying to do country that's not making good money.
No, but my thing is,
but I
know that you're telling the truth.
Some of them get bumped, though.
I know you're telling the truth. But
some of them are getting.
Even when you're getting bumped, you're making more than the average man.
No,
so
but
I don't know.
But my point is,
crazy.
They're getting $2 bills, but that's because
that's crazy.
That is because, bro.
I'm sorry.
That's insanity, bro. I just a word of advice here, bro. That's slave labor right there, you know, bro. Like, if you are getting paid any of the sort, bro, anything, bro, even if they're paying you £1,000 a week, it is still slave labor for what you're actually doing. Like, that's what you don't understand. It's the equivalent to you working in a sweatshop. Yeah, you know, like how they talk about Nike and all that. Yeah, it's the same equivalent.
Crazy.
That's why you need to change your mentality. So a lot of people don't realize, like, the risk, and when you weigh up what you're risking, the expense of if it's nowhere near worth it. It's just because, like I said, you're getting a lump sum of money. But like I said, if you looked at the overall, because it's like they'll pay you let's say £1,000 a week or something, bro. But then you could see my man go through like £20,000, bro. So you have to look at it now, cool, bro. The reason why that whole £20,000 is there is because of you. And you are the one in the most, the most risk in the most. But yeah, you're getting paid the least amount out of that. Yeah, so it's a scam. But that's just a separate thing. But yeah, no. What was my originally saying now?
Proper digress, bro.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. What was it? Oh, sheesh. They were saying about not making some money in country or something.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, but I'm saying no about in terms of like my man's options, yeah, in terms of his decision. Like I said, it comes from about where, like I said, he probably may have tried to get or do all these other things. And like I said, it don't work, because that's my point is like life isn't guaranteed. It isn't like it's not something where it's like, cool, I don't want to get up and push through the hardship and work. Yeah, but life might not be presenting that, because like I said, unless you happen to be in a place where that is the norm, and like I said, these types of environments, it's not. So you're not going for you to find that opportunity, you literally have to. It's like a needle in a haystack. You get me? You're gonna have to keep picking up pay until you eventually pick up the needle. Do you get my point? Like, yeah, but it's no one says or knows when you could go in there and pick up. It could be the second strand you pick up, could be the needle. You know, that's how it works for some people. Some people, bro, they could have picked up 100,000 strands, bro, and they still ain't found that needle. Like, that's just how life is. Like, you get me? It's like some people, like I said, it you can't really just put it down to as black and white as you shouldn't have done that, because I said like I said, he's in a situation where he needs that money now. The only viable option where he can see with him getting the actual money now, yeah, and that's the same, because you have to remember, he comes from poverty. Clearly, he comes from a place of desperation, and when people are desperate, that's what said they'll do these things, like, because they've wired life that cool. So it's like cool. Look at it like this. Why can't my man at least, instead of him having to go commit rob, why can't he at least just get a loan, lifetime loan or something, pay for the treatment? Because you see, if you went to because my thing is, you see, and let me give you a perception. Because I say, cool. Say if that was here now, for example, you couldn't go. Say the treatment is 50 bags or whatever. Yeah, you can't go. They wouldn't. They'll make you pay for it. You couldn't go get a loan to pay for it. But my point is, I'll show you something. They'll give you 50 bags equivalent of loan to go to university. See, they'll just give that to you. But for a moral, let's say, like I said, say instead of university, and I'll say, I need this for my child's health or whatever, they wouldn't give it to you. You couldn't get it. But then, we're using that situation, if they could get it, to deterred my man from going to go rob the bank, innit? And those are the questions you got to look at. Like, it's like, all right. Because my thing is, you can't say, they didn't want to give it to him because he won't be able to pay you back, because it doesn't matter, because this is what they all do. They give you the money so you can't pay them back. That's the whole point. A lot of that when they loan money, the whole purpose of it is, so we can just keep adding fees and interest and all this and this and that onto this amount. So over a longer period of time, you end up paying way more money than what you actually took out.
So the loan thing's rigged.
No, obviously.
I'll never take out a loan again, bro.
Nah, you know what it is? It's not about loan. No, but this is what I'm saying. No, it's all about, not even just about the loan thing. It's all about how you use it, because it's what you're getting the loan for. Because like I said, they give you the loan for things. You see things that are irrelevant. Yeah, they make it so readily accessible for you to be able to get a loan for it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I say. I gave the example of going to uni. Yeah, you could easy, because it's like the way that's set up is, even if you take this that you fuck up in uni, it doesn't matter, because it's like because they're connected straight in with the HMRC. They're gonna get their bread before you even see your own bread. They're getting their bread back. So it's a guarantee to them. It don't matter. That's why we'll just give this to anyone, bro. Do you get it, bro? That's what I say. When you look at it from a moral standpoint, but like I said, the brother who's suffering, who might need it to do X, Y, Z, yeah, and let's say if they had it, they might actually be able to flip it with the way they are as a person, but they just can't get access to it. They can't get it, and they'll never be able to get it. But my point is why? Because if he's just gonna be in debt anyway, why not give it to him? It's because the fact that there's people out there where if you do give that to them, they're gonna be able to flip it and make and change their life. And the whole point of it is they don't need people like that. That's why, like I said, when it comes to things that are irrelevant, like say for example, if you want a business loan, you can't get business loans just like that. You have to be doing X, Y, Z to get the business loan. Yeah, but my point is, it's like why? Because if you're actually successful with the business, you're gonna be making big bucks. So it's like, cool. Yeah. So, and like I said, it's very easy for you to not be successful. So it's like, cool. This isn't guaranteed. It's not like the other loan where, like I said, they're gonna get that money before the person who took out the loan, before they even see their money, they're getting their bread from it. So of course, even because my thing, remember, you don't pay it back unless you start making over a certain amount. But my saying is, okay, cool. More time, you're gonna have to make over that certain amount because they know that if you want to even live a certain level of standard of living or have a certain standard of living, you're gonna have a job that makes over this amount. So we're gonna get our money. Do you get my point? Is fam? And you have to remember as well that money is made up out of thin air, bro. So you're essentially just paying for something, paying for something.
Bruv, that's mad still.
That they made up. Literally, just wrote a number on a piece of paper and said that, cool, now you have to pay back for that with interest.
Yeah.
Never forget the interest.
You can forget the interest, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I said. It's all British, right? But anyway, but when you like I said, back to what we were overall talking about, it's all rigged, bro, to make like societies to make people like in them situations where they're desperate to take those risks. But my point is, you can't abandon the person purely based off of the fact that they took that risk. My point is because it's that when you look at the moral reasons behind it, he shouldn't be. You can't tell him, he should be getting abandoned. Nah, you should support him to the amount that you can support him. If you got a life sentence, obviously he's in there for life. You can't expect life to stop for you. So, but my thing is that doesn't mean that you should leave him, abandon him, because you have to remember at the end of the day, yeah. This was in a sense for you to get me the what message. It was for the fact of your kid, like the reason behind it, fam, because that's what you expect. It's like if your daughter left this, if his
but the child that he's doing it for, they might resent it.
No, but my thing is, if his youth, was in a burning house, are you gonna expect him to run in the burning house and go get his youth?
Of course you're
Exactly. So if you expect him to go in a burning house to get his youth, when it comes to him having to do whatever to try to medically save his youth, you can't expect him not to. Because that's the whole point. It's like, why would you expect him in one situation to not do that and then another to do something else? It doesn't make that, like, that's not how it works, bro. Because like I said, it's the nature of the situation. Like, obviously, his youth is however small, he needs that. Is that, like, if it was a thing where it's like, it's a thing where he could go another, he felt like, I could wait, or I could, then I probably would have gone down a different path, but he didn't. He wasn't in that situation. So it's like, to judge him so, like, fiercely and say, nah, he shouldn't, like, nah, you can't look at it like that, man. Because that's the reason, and that's the problem with today's world. Yeah, because what they don't realize is these people have brainwashed people into stopping to analyze and assess information from a moral standpoint. Yeah, they just look at they basically condition you to perceive certain stuff as bad and negative. Yeah, and so when you hear it, you just associate straight away as something bad, and you overlook the actual moral in the situation. Like that's like, all right, cool. You wouldn't turn around and say to a girl, oh, because she's out here half naked, yeah, man, are right to be trying to touch her up and all, trying to do. You wouldn't say that.
Oh no.
Yeah. You see my point, fam? So it's like, my point is, I'm saying, nah, but you'll be like, all right, but objectively, you'll be like, all right, but you could say, but no, but you're looking for that because you're advertising it. Because that's what she's doing. But still, does it justify it? So it's like, when you're saying to a person, oh, no, yeah, they shouldn't commit the crime because it's wrong, and thinking, like, cool, but.
Like, obviously,
Don't commit
no crimes. A man's not condoning no crimes, innit?
Yeah,
Man's not saying commit
I don't
crimes.
But it's not about the crime
But
I'm talking
I
about.
just feel like the judge, like
Yeah,
the way that we deal with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The
mad.
judgment
It's
of it.
harsh.
Because my thing is, if you
crazy.
commit the crime, if you do something wrong, it's wrong, regardless of what reason for why you're doing it.
Yeah.
Wrong is wrong. I don't disagree. But my point is that your judgment, yeah, and when you perceive that person, yeah, it shouldn't be just black and white, bro. This is my point.
I feel like it should be way more
like,
personal.
cool. They could come and tell my man, yeah, my man's a murderer. Yeah, he killed 5 people, and then you read the story and find out the 5 people he killed, yeah, are five kidnappers that tried to run up on him, on his family, and he ended up killing all 5 of them, yeah, and saving his family. But my man's a murderer though, because he's a murderer. But
you get what I'm
the
saying?
reason why he's a murderer,
can't treat him like
changes
some-
the whole perception, because he's not just, like I said, the association of what a murderer is a murderer is obviously seen, because obviously majority of other murderers, that's how they tend to be. Do you get my point? Is in that, like, they're just sicker. But my point is, there's always context. So the moral ground behind the situation, because even though he's done that, you're looking at what your man's protected his family, fam. So what are you gonna judge him? What are you gonna hold him to? Is he a murderer, or did he protect his family? What one are you gonna look at it from? Do you see my point? Like that's why I say, when people just blindly judge, man, oh yeah, because he done, I'm thinking, yeah, but it all depends on the actual situation. Like, cause every situation, you can't look at things, because it's basically this is the conditioning they use. That's why they condition people to just hear certain things associated with certain things and judge it straight away without actually assessing it, like, on an actual final level. Like, no, because no one does actually think, like, alright, cool. When they hear, my man went to jail, alright, cool, yeah, they just hear what he went to jail for. It's like, alright, cool. Even certain crimes, like certain man, like, they got bagged. Then you just see, yeah, they got the like I said, just the crime. But then, like I said, he's my man, murder. So you see him, you look at him, oh yeah, my man's a murderer. Straight away, you've seen that, and you've already placed him in a box of what he is, and this and that. You see what I'm saying? My man could have been the nicest guy in the world that never hurt a fly up until that point. So, but you're not, because you would never ever look at him like that based off of what you've just seen. You see what I'm saying? And that's my point, is that's how the conditioning works. Like, because there's no critical thinking. Like, because of, like I said, they've conditioned you to associate that straight away with this. That's why
that's what's missing nowadays. Critical thinking.
Yeah, bro. Like, there's no critical thinking.
That's why there's cancel culture.
Nah, that's how it's like they're blind. Cool. It's like, cool. You see it in the media all the time, bro. How do they, like, show you something like what they done with the black footballers, like Saka, what they do with Raheem Sterling? They just will blindly do something, and you're like, bro, like, why, like, something with the gun, like what they said when they done with Raheem Sterling, talking about missed out a word that changed the whole context of what my man was saying, you know.
But then he did that because he was paying tribute to someone, but they're thinking he's glorifying gangsterism, but they didn't do the content, they didn't do research.
No, but that's my point, is they intentionally done that. Why? Yeah, because this is my point. They know the association. They're saying, yeah, we're gonna association to make you see my man in a negative light. That's the whole point. Like, and that's why I'm saying, like, people are not shown or given the skill set to be able to see proof it. So they're more easily able to. So that's why, for example, when you're in school, you'll hear things, yeah, and you just believe it as it is. And my best
Yeah.
example is why I say that, why I think critically now. That's why I don't. You come on the news, they say, yeah, this guy's a terrorist or this guy's a bad guy, this guy's whatever. I don't just believe what the news just blatant puts to me. I say, okay, why is he? Why? What makes him that? What has he done? Majority of people don't have that thought, bro. They just believe what the news has just told them, bro. And that's what my point is. I'm saying, yo, so you see these things, and straight away, and I'll use the best person who I'll use as an example that what made me. I grew up thinking Gaddafi was some
Some bad guy,
bad
but
guy.
it's not the case.
Like I said, I got older and I done my research. And I said, bro,
We're trying
I
to fight for his
purely
country.
believe that purely because this is what the
media.
news had presented to me, and the way they had presented to me. Yeah, I thought, okay, yeah, this is what it is, because at the time I deem it as a viable source because it's the news. You see what my point is? From like people don't realize, okay, yo, as you get older, if you get any sense, you'll realize the news is manipulated. Like, you see what my point is, that like as I got older, I realized it's manipulated. So then, like I said, this information now, I'm gonna do further research because they didn't want to present the whole information. Because, like I said, this is what they do. They can take information, so they could take one aspect of the situation and present it, which will build a whole perception of the situation that's not true. You get me? Because if you looked at the whole context of the information, you'll know that that's not even the case. Like I said, like they frame the man to be a terrorist, or this dictator and whatnot. But then, like I said, bro, if you do your research, you realize what he was doing and the positives he was trying to what he was actually bringing, and then you then now look at the country now. Man over there selling slaves in that country. That wasn't going on when my man was there. So how did you paint the picture of this my man was a bad guy? Because like I said, that's what they do, because they manipulate what they show you. Do you see what I'm saying, from which is why I say no, you can't just blindly accept things as they're shown to you, but people don't think critically no more. So they just accept as things as they're shown to you. That's why it's so easy for you to be misled. This is why there's so much misinformation, because no one doesn't actually take the time to question the information or question what's shown to them. You just accept it. And I said, why is it that? And that's down to school, innit? They literally teach you to think like that, because they don't, as quote, yeah, to what I read, yeah, the quote, the person who founded the whole educational system. I'm not encouraging people, like he's not educating people to be free thinkers. Yeah, like he's educating people to be to absorb what their way of thinking, what they want you to think, like there, which is to be a worker, fam. Like, so you get me. So you don't question, or you don't critically think about things. You just, all you know is to accept what is shown to you and what's given to you, and you just go along with what we put to you. So you go down a designated path. You get me? And the designated path, yeah, often enough, like I said, depends on where you come out in society, or where you was born into. If you're in the lower end of society, you might end up in jail. You might end up in a mental institution. You might end up in one of the lower careers. You get me? You might end up in rehab. You get me? You might end up in therapy. They've got loads of different things where that's for that part of society. You might end up in the middle part of society, where you might end up as a bank manager. You might end up as having a career. You might end up as a small business owner. Like, they've got like all different designated places for where you're in society, bro. Like, that's the way that they've conditioned life to be, fam. Like, there's all, it's like I said, there's a cog in the wheel, fam, for every part, fam. So it's like one thing, it doesn't exist just purely because for existing. It's because it exists because there's other things that exist around it that help to keep it existing. Like, that's just the way that how society works, and that's the way that why people end up like, so for example, you're born into the lower end of society. It's only if you're smart enough, or you've got the right skill, like that's down to maybe you've got the right upbringing, maybe you yourself are smart enough, or you end up in the right friendship group, the right environment, what helped you to, let's say, change your predetermined path. You see what I'm saying from that? And like I said, I say stuff like predetermined path because I look at it when I was a youth. Used to explain to me this. How is it as an adult I don't get stopped?
My Virgin was just saying this today,
I don't
bro.
get stopped.
It's mad.
I do not get stopped by police as much as I got stopped when I was a child.
Literally just having this convo, bro. It's
How is
so
that, bro?
mad. Like when you was a youth, it was mad.
I said, look, alright, cool. The predominantly stopping and harassment from the police, and that's why I say it's engineered because it's not just coincidental as they probably want you to believe. No, it's not coincidental. It's targeted. Why? Because they want to try to get you into the police system as early as possible before you even know what you're actually in. And that's what my point is. That's why they target specific areas and where they know that you lot are prone to be doing X, Y, Z. You are prone to be involved in X, Y, Z. So we're gonna come go at you, and because you're the people designated to fill up our jails and fund our judicial system. That's your designated role. And that's the people think, oh no, you think, oh yeah, no, it's not like. I'm thinking it's like that, bro. Because like I said, every part of society, they need some sort of person they contribute in what way. Like I said, those people, like I said, there's a long list of places you can end up. You get me? Because you have to think about how many different institutions and things. Like I said, in the judicial system alone, think about it. You got probation service, got the actual jail service, lawyers, solicitor services. Like, look, think if you should just think about how many different services in that part. That's just that segment of society. Then like, cool. Let's go to, let's say, the health, medical, so doctors. You get me, GPs, and private ambulance. Like you said, there's loads of them, fam. So it just depends on where you want to end up, where you position will end up in society, fam. But it's all controlled and designated. So it's like, you can't just, if you think about it, look, people who are doctors, often enough, you know what happens. You often see their family, members of that are doctors. Unless someone, say, like I said, that individual had a passion, so their desire was to be a doctor. Yeah. You get me? And then, like I said, that might start it because then now their kids might be take on because they've become a doctor now, start to follow the pattern. You see, like I said, where it sets the designated. Like I said, you see, especially with like, let's say for like the Indians and that, you see how like they'll own pharmacies, and then often enough they used to all go into university to study medical to own a pharmacy. You see what I'm saying? So it's like a predetermined thing. That's why you see in their class, yeah, they have certain careers. It's common to see them in a specific field. Yeah, but like I said, with other places, like I said, you only really see them in certain fields. They only excel in certain fields, or you might see them more predominantly successful in certain fields for whatever reason. But like I said, a lot of the time it is predetermined. You get me? Because it's the people who own everything and this and that determine what's what. You get me? Because like I said, if they want things to change the rules and the regulations of how it works. To see whatever change they want. You get me? But like I say, when it's done in a way where it's like, cool. You have to just accept it. So it's integrated in a way where it's like you can't really have no sales in the way things are changing. Like I even say this, I say best example that I don't always use it as an example is LTN zones. Best example of that. See how the train strikes. We had that. I was saying this. I said, brother, it takes me 20 minutes to drive to work, bro. Bro, the first day of it, bro, it took me an hour.
Yeah, it's mad.
And I'm not driving, bro. Mine's not even driving, bro. If I'm driving 5 miles, I don't even know how. I think it's maybe like 2-3 miles, if that. Yeah. And it take an hour. Make it make sense. And I said to myself, you know what's mad? Because I'm in the work, man. I could cut through the LTNs. All the places I'm going, I'm thinking, I cut through Black Boy Lane.
That's mad.
I'm driving through it, I'm thinking, road is empty here, but all the main roads and the side roads leading to the main roads, just pure bare cars. And I'm thinking, we've got all these roads, half of these cars here, that would not need to even be in this congestion here if you could just drive through this road here.
Yeah, it's forcing people to drive on roads they wouldn't even want to take it in the first place before.
No, but this is my point. And I said to myself, I said, so you're gonna tell me, that because of that train strike here, them LTN zones didn't directly cause more pollution because they had everyone sitting in there. 'Cause remember, my journey that was a 20-minute journey turned into an hour.
Yeah, that less pollution thing is
the van was on for an hour for 40 minutes longer than it should have been. So
but they don't care about
but this is my point. But this is their rationale for why these things exist, and this is what I'm talking about how they integrate things in, and it just becomes all right, we accept this now. This is what we're doing, and it's like there's no say because we have no say whatsoever in that.
100%.
Yeah, people have voted and tried to get their councils to take down LT, and then it's been overridden. They were like, nah, or there's a systematic pressure. They're making like, you want to take this down. XYZ is not happening for you, so we can't even. We just got.
That's gonna have to be a change of government.
See what my point is? No, but that's my point is because there's always it's the people at the top who saying that So the people who are in the positions where they benefit the most from all this money that LTN is doing, them man they're saying no, because this is peas. Like I said, it's generating peas for them. Anything that's generating money for them is at your expense. Because I guarantee you, these people who initiate these things, firstly, you think their whip's not going to be exempt. So you think that Sadiq Khan, you think his whip is not exempt from probably every
man
LTN.
probably don't live nowhere near no LTN's blood.
No, the worst thing is that, what's it?
And they're driving government whips.
No, but that's my point. It's exempt. They're driving vehicles that are exempt from the fucking thing. So it's that them putting that change in place affects them in no way. No way, bro. You think, bro, like, there's probably, because, like I said, to the normal person, you won't be able to know how to do X, Y, Z, but to them, now it's like, cool, bro. Man, govern this thing. So, bro, all of my vehicles, any of my family's vehicles, I can come and just make them exempt. So it's that this LTN zone doesn't even apply to them. It only applies to the normal person. You see my point when I'm saying, there's a difference in levels of where things apply to certain people. Like, but my point is they'll tell the normal man, you have to follow this because it's better for the environment. You see what I'm saying? How they set out their pictures and everyone just willy-nilly accept, no critical thinking, cool. But like I said, if you think about it critically, like I did with the fucking train strikes, I said, brother, how can people be sitting there and just blindly accepting this, bro? Like, people should be at the streets at Parliament rioting about this. The fact that they're just literally making you sit in traffic and milking you for money in the process as well. Like, and then what's gonna happen now?
But we're not like France or America.
No, but look. What's gonna happen next is that, and this is why when I say that, how they just get people to just accept things. Next is that, cool.
Blackmail.
All of this, the LTNs, causing more traffic. What do you think's the next thing they're gonna do? Oh, there's more congestion. Oh, we have to expand congestion charge zone. And we need to charge. You see my point? Like,
but then you look at it
and you're like, what? Isn't it something you put in place that's making the traffic increase? Exactly. But then and the point is, like I said, they're gonna somehow get you to accept this blindly, and you just go along with it because no one don't think critically no more. So it's just like these things come up and then you just accept it. That's just how it is no more. And they attack and they, like I said, the people who do think critically, like I said, you're often enough, those are the people who they'll always be onto, or they'll be always trying to make problems for because they don't want free thinkers. They don't want you to be able to think and process and see we're taking advantage of you. You get me? We're taking you for fool, basically. It's like we are taking you for fool. You just need to be oblivious to the fact we are taking you for fool, and don't give us no problems that when we're taking you for fool. You get it? That's what the problem is. That you people who critically think will know they're being taken for fool, and no one wants to be taken for a fool, so they're gonna have something to say, bro. Like, why do you think? Like I said, they're literally dumbing down with the way people think, bro. Like, literally, they're dumbing them down. Any tool or instrument they can use here to fry your brain, your way of thinking, yeah, they use it. That's even like down to your phone. Why do you think like that? Cool. Remember, none of the people who own social media platforms, all of them said none of their kids are not allowed to use it. Why is that, bro? Because they know and they know the data. They've seen the research and know the actual proper detrimental effects of what these things are doing to people's head. Yeah, they never publicize that. They're never gonna release that. Yeah, but they know. Yeah, so they're gonna obviously protect their thing. Even it dawned on me as well. Yeah, the other day I said that cool. See how you got like different to people, certain different races and religions of people. Yeah, they have different foods. Yeah, and it dawned on me the other day. I said, why does there's a certain race that they got their own whole own type of food? And I said, bro, is it because they're clued up and know that that these man who own the food companies is putting a load of bullshit in this? Of course, bro. So we gotta have our own food here that doesn't have none of the bullshit in it.
Of course, bro. Of course, that's exactly.
Yeah, like, because it's never dawned. I said, they've got their whole own shops that just supply there literally. And I said, why? Like, and you know what it is? You see the critical thinking. Why is that? That is all that comes to. Whenever I see something, the first thing that comes to my mind is why. They've erased that out of people. So it's like, all right, cool. You see this? Okay. You don't question. No question of okay. All right. You come into say you in your garden. Your garden, yeah, it's just been grass all the time. One day you come to your garden, you see a big sinkhole in the middle of your garden. What the first thing you think is, raw? What caused that sinkhole? Because it wasn't like that before. There's people out there where they said, like I said, they'll see the sinkhole, say, "Oh, there's a sinkhole." Okay, you get my point? Like there's no thought of, all right, cool. What's behind this? What's this? What's next? Like what's the cause of that? And my thing is that is what the problem with society is today. Yeah, that is what across the board. Like even down to like how we're being influenced. Like even like when we was talking about earlier with the whole like is there any suitable wives and all this and this and that. Down to that alone is due to because there's no critical thinking, bro. That's why there's no suitable wife. Well, a lot less suitable wives because now, yeah, like I said, you lot are absorbing this foolishness from you get me from social media, from the show. That's what you're absorbing. You're just absorbing bare foolishness. And like I said, instead of you thinking, okay, if you was a critical thinker, you would be able to use your own discernment to determine, this is rubbish. Why? Because I'm instead of just absorbing what they're showing to me, oh yeah, this is how I should think, this is how I should live, this is how you're gonna look and say, this doesn't actually work because me being like that isn't in line with me being a wife. Get me? Because you get my point. And if you had critical thinking, you'd be able to do the discern between the two. Because there's, like I said, not everyone doesn't have critical thinking. There's people out there that have got the skill set. Like I said, if you make it through to higher levels of education, more time you're required. You have to develop that skill to be able to get to that level of education. You see what I'm saying, fam? But like I say, it's like getting to that level of education now. It's not as strict like it's easier because they make it accessible, but it's a thing where it's like the cost behind it, yeah, it's where it's like cool. It shouldn't cost as much as what it costs to get to there.
100%.
You see what my point is? Like I shouldn't have to go to bro. They could teach you how to critically think here from when you are in nursery. Never ever let that go over your head, bro. Because I've seen videos, like I said, I've seen videos with my own two eyes of what they've got. They've got them Chinese kids in nursery and what the activities the man got. Bro, man's got 5-year-olds whipping. Like I'm talking about big flip, open flame, big for whipping up proper dishes, bro. Bad boy dish. I'm thinking, bro, this youth's 5. Huh? But they'll have you believing that a 5-year-old can't do that. Why? Because now they don't want you to understand how actually smart and how quick you can actually learn and because when you do, then you start to question the whole and like, okay, why are we not learning how to do these things from in like you get me? Then that's the whole no, we don't want you questioning why. You get me? Because it's all designated. It's all like even down to like cool. Why do you think they want to keep you in education up to a certain point? Because they know that cool. Yeah. It's all about deterring.
They're gonna change secondary schools to 18 minutes.
No, but there's a reason. Why do you think that there's a reason? People just think, they just do these things. No, because it's a whole way to deter you from like prolong before you actually start making money. So a lot of people, they don't, after they come out of education, they're not gonna start get into the working world probably till they're about 22. Yeah. If they follow through the actual school, like without missing any years and all this and that, about 22, yeah, and then 22, then fresh, so they're not really gonna get no decent type of job here until probably maybe after like 25. That's the average. My thing is that cool, 25, yeah. Now, if you take away that whole 10-year gap, yeah, to 15, yeah, because that 15, well, you're in about year 10, so yeah, you're gonna go into year 11, so 16. All of what they teach you, yeah, up until say college, like all of what they teach you, let's say for your school years. See, from primary school right up until secondary school, all of that, yeah, they could probably teach. If they was to condense it properly, yeah, you could probably learn all of that, yeah, in like probably like 2-3 years. All of it,
100%.
Because you want to know, and I'm. This is my own personal, from my own personal experience. You want to know why I know this and I say this? Because that was what my problem is within school. I used to learn everything so quickly, yeah, and I used to, because I'm stuck. Because I used to always be like, yo, they'll do this. I quite understand this. They're ready to move on. No, we've got to wait until everyone as a consensus gets there. And I'm like, okay, so then what I'll do is I'll start talking because I understand what's going on. So I start talking, yeah. And my thing is, I realized that, and I used to get a blight from my teachers because they realized that about me. They realized that, I used to clock from the start. So when I'm doing that, yeah, they wouldn't be so onto me about it because they know that I've done the work and whatnot, and I understand it because that used to be my thing. I say, I'm like, miss, why do we have to? I said, we can't move on until everyone has a consensus. But then I said, that cool. I looked at it and I said, bro, what I learned in school, I said I could have really learned this way quicker if they just like because remember they work by there's a day plan. You see what I'm saying? It's all like the whole curriculum is planned out. You get me? And like I said, go do your research into who founded and started the whole educational curriculum, and then you'll understand the reason why it's the way it is. But next story. Like
you dropped some game, and I wanna say something on something that you said, because I haven't ever looked at it through this perspective, and I feel like this is something I'm gonna clip this because this is mad important. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's children in school, and because I can relate to that, like you'll be given work or a problem to solve. And you even do it in your head while you're looking at it or while they're talking, you've already like solved it. So, but as a child, it's like, all right, cool, I can do it on paper, or I might not even bother because it's like, I already know this, so I'm bothering writing down. As a child, that's how you're processing it. So you might turn to someone and start talking, or just do something and start doodling or whatever. But the teacher will now, or the education system labels a lot of those students as disruptive, or they get distracted easy, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and they put a label on them that actually follows them through the education, which makes them almost look like a troublemaker because they're disruptive. You're talking in class and all of that, but the only reason they're talking is because they're bored now.
Exactly.
I know this. You're not challenging me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, as a child, if I'm not challenged, I'm just gonna do something that entertains me. I'm gonna do childish stuff. So it's like, but they're really penalized and demonized for doing that, and which is, I feel like that's crazy, man.
No, but no, look, let me show you, yeah. And this is how far. Anyway, you know what it is? I always say this, yeah. No one doesn't understand how far deep down this governing in the way that I say it's designated. There's a reason why that is like that. Because let me show you the perspective. Those people who are often like that, you know what you are? You're a smart person. That means that you probably are far more self-aware and critically think at a quicker ability than the average or normal person does. Yeah, that you being able to do X, that shows that. So what do? Okay, we're gonna obviously we're gonna put things in place where obviously because you're prone, like I said, and this is what I'm saying, you're prone to do these things. Yeah. As a child, like talk and so what we're gonna do, we're gonna put things in place where it's like, okay, cool. Those who don't comply with the rules and the regulations, whether that be due to you because you excel and the rules basically, it's not that you don't comply with them, it's just that you excel, your ability allows the rules to not basically apply to you. Yeah. Or those who due to their own behavior, just choose not to comply with the thing. So either both sides of the spectrum, we're going to condition into you got to comply regardless. You see it? Like, you got to comply regardless. It doesn't matter whether you're smart, so you're the good. Yeah, you excel, you still need to comply. Yeah. So even if you're smart at your work and this and that, doesn't mean that you should be talking to people or doing this and that you need to comply with. You get me, fam? Like, wait. That so it teaches you to, and I said these are subconscious things that teaches you to never get ahead of yourself. You see what I'm saying? Because you have to wait. Always get me. Who you got to wait on? Wait until the teacher's direction. The teacher is your boss and is your manager and is your. So don't take your own initiative, yeah, because that's like, and I'll show you this. That's my thing is the first thing when I used to finish work. Missy, I've done the work. What's the next thing? You gotta wait. Why do I have to wait? That was that. I always used to have this comment. Why do I have to wait?
Yeah, that was annoying.
You see what my point is, and that's it. It's a thing where it's like, cool. It highlights and it shows you because look, you see those people who tend to excel a bit better.
Yeah.
It allows them to identify it. Cool. Because you excel a bit better, you are the people who we want for the upper parts of our system. So remember, everyone has a designated role, bro, from the top to the bottom. Yeah. So those are the people who they want to go on to be the CEOs, the execs, the higher, the heads of departments and this and that, because they've got the ability to, because those positions require you to have a certain level of ability to do X, Y, Z. Yeah. That's what those want, the smart kids. And like I said, the lesser intelligent kids or the dumber kids, like I said, those are the ones who they want to go into the bottom ends of society, like the retail, the all that, the lower paid jobs and all this. That's who they want.
That's true what you're saying.
And that's literally the way that the education system is built and designed.
Yeah, that's true what you're saying.
That's why you get it's a merit system. So you're rewarded based off of what you show you can do. You're not actually judged on your ability of what you can actually do. They give you something free. So it's like we give you something like we've made. Yeah, we're judging you on your assessment of whether you understand how we want you to understand this, because that's what they do. That's what they give you your curriculum, your syllabus. We give you this information. We are judging you on whether you are understanding this information in the way we want you to understand the information. And remember, that's why. And then
but this goes back to what you were saying, though. Because
let me just finish this, because this is why people who process and absorb information in the way that's not the way they intended you to process it, what do you get labeled as?
Difficult.
No, not just difficult. Obviously, what's it? What Richard Branson has it? Dyslexic. All these. You see all these little these terms on the spectrum. What is it? Autistic. Yeah. And I said, wow. autism is basically being neurodivergent. Like I said, the
neuro-
research on what neurodivergent just means that you process
It's
information
differently.
differently. But my point is, if we're all individuals, why would we not process information differently?
But I don't want to. That's a whole next.
Yeah,
thing.
you get me.
That's
But
a
I'm just
whole-
saying.
I want to.
innit, like,
Yeah, I want
that's
to
a
go
whole
back
nother
to the.
rabbit hole.
I want to go back to the point that you was making because it's true what you're saying about how they separate the groups,
Yeah.
and that's what I was. The point that I was actually trying to get to was that they do observe who are, I guess you could say, the smarter ones to them, and then they do kind of know how they're gonna navigate the ones that aren't picking up stuff so quickly. But just even deeper than that, they're selecting the people that I was talking about originally are smart children who, like you're saying, like an example of yourself, right? You're saying that you would just complete the work quick. So you were a smart child, but they weren't necessarily trying to say, well, he's smart. Let's make sure that he stays in. We give him the kind of advantage that will put him in a certain place because they identify the smart children who will be a threat to society, then keep those children down by labeling them in negative ways. The smart children that they clock, these children they're just going to be conformant to society. Their personality is very conformant. Those are the ones that they will allow to excel because they know they'll be in a high position, and whenever things need to change for the government's benefit or for the elite's benefit, those people will just comply. You know what I mean?
That's what I said. It's proper tailored in the terms of the types of people who they allow into these positions because they're like, like I said, people with my type of personality type, I'm a problematic person for them because why? You can't control me. You get me? Because if you try to control me, I'm going to be able to see how you're controlling me. So you've got the skill set. I've got the same skill set they have. So it doesn't work on me. So that therefore you're a problematic person. So it's like with people like me, they do have personality types like me, how they use you, they're gonna use you in a different, like they'll put you in a position where it's like, cool, you're gonna either be in charge of something where they want to push a certain narrative. So that's what we're gonna push you over to. We're not gonna put you in this important position because we know that you will actually be in a position where you've got the power to actually do something where get me, where you can actually affect us. That they're very tactical. It's even down to, I was reading something about even what's going over in France about how the French the French Prime Minister or whatever it is, the president or whatever it is, the French guy, Macron or whatever his name. I was watching something where they were breaking down how literally my man got engineered and they gradually moved him. He started off as some sort of minister of finance, and then how he gradually got shifted into becoming and pushed into the position. And I said, bro, why do you think he's in that position? What do you think he's in that position? No, because they see, he was raised by basically one of the Rothschilds or this and this and that. He went to this uni, and I said, you can see it there how they've engineered him and put him in that position. And I said, why? Because you look at some of the policies and certain the things that he pushes and for certain things, you think it's a bit questionable, because he's been put. It's like I said, they're not having someone in that position who's gonna be cool. Nah, this is wrong and we're not doing this. Nah, no, we need the man where it don't matter if it's wrong. This is what the hierarchy has said to us was going on. This is what's going on. We're not questioning whether or not it's wrong or right, whether or not it hurts this amount of people or that. No, forget. This is what they want. This is what we're doing. That's the type of person they want in these types of positions. And that's the type of thinking. That's why they nullify or they demonize any people who free think. All right, bro, it's like even, I'll show you something because before we end, we should touch on this, bro. What they done to Charlie Kirk?
Before you came, yeah.
Or what you spoke? Or you spoke? Yeah,
that was the first thing.
Basically, he had difference of opinion.
Yeah,
killed him.
But look, and my point is, it's always because of the influence. Because of the influence, and you see, it's the way, cool. You see the way he articulates himself, and the way he was able to put it's because cool. He can push narratives because up until now, and this is what I say, a lot of people, they're so blind, but once because you're a critical thinker, because you can be a critical thinker and be blind to it because of the information that has been presented to you, like Wiz was saying, yeah. You see, like, because you presented it, you never question it and you comply and conform to what the information was presented you. But this is what I'm telling you about where critical thinking comes into play. Critical thinking is when, okay, the information that is being put to you now, you're starting to see the discrepancies. You're starting to see certain correlations between certain things. So now you're questioning what's actually being presented to you because you can see if using the actual all the information, you're starting to spot certain patterns of, like, cool. You lot tend to be associated. Why are you tied to this and this, and this person's tied to that and that and that? So that even though you've been taught to think and believe this, the information what you're seeing is telling you otherwise. So then that's what basically happened with Charlie Kirk. Is he used to be proper propagandist, yeah, for these man. Like, you get me? And he used to, like I said, this is why I say they use you for your own until they use you until you're not usable no more. And when you're not usable no more, it's like when you start doing what he did, where you're going against the grain, where you're actually, because you're in the and that's what I say, the position he's in, he's influential. You are in the influence, and he influential is a very, very important demographic. The young males. This is one thing that they have to. They don't want people to rise up and come to an understanding. He started to point out the correlations of certain things. So he's realizing, some of the things and narratives I've been pushing, he's starting to see exactly how he's being used. Yeah. And my point is, because of the influence you hold, it's like, all right, cool. Remember, it's about who conforms. Remember, I was telling you about how they engineer these people. So it's like, okay, if you start not conforming, if you're in the, remember I said that why they wouldn't put me in a certain position, because it's like, cool. If you go against the grain, you're detrimental to what we're doing. 100%. And so what happens? Same thing like what happens to Charlie Kirk, bro. You get me? You somehow get sniped in the neck in the middle of campus, and the killer magically this happens to disappear.
You get me, killer, allegedly.
Bro, I'm telling you, government operations.
But that's my point, because like I said, you're going against the grain. This is my point. They're saying, all right, cool. And
as
you know
a Christian,
what it is?
It's a
warning. It's a warning, bro, because you see what it is.
Trying to shoot Christians.
These people who are like that, you know what they're saying to you man who are in bed with us, you man who basically know what's going on. Know what's going on and hold your corner, but don't be thinking about speaking up and trying to, because that was what that is, bro. Public, because it's like, bro, they could have done, if they wanted to kill him, they could have killed him in so many ways. But to publicly do that,
they're sending a message.
It's a message, bro. That's what that is. That's a message to the Candace Owens and all of this. They say, you man, keep chatting, and we'll bro. 100%. Do you see what happened to? Because like I said, do you see what's happened to my man? This is very able to happen to you, because that's what that is. That's a message to it. Because he was like, cool, yo, how man got shot in his neck, like the whole process. I'm thinking, bro, this is crazy, bro. It's like, it's like all these miraculous assassination attempts, like Martin Luther King, F. Kennedy, all these people who, how, like, why, like, what?
They took him out. They took him out.
Extremists.
Because the shot was too professional. I'm sorry, but bro, what do you mean that was some dumb guy that just didn't like him, that just happened to be able to be? Do you know the wind velocity, bro? The snipe was insane. It was insane.
I know that. Where it shot him, it was a shot where it's like, you're not surviving this.
That was a kill shot, bro.
Like,
they gave him the Call of Duty. You're going nights. That's it, bro. Like,
and my point is, I said, I looked at it and I said, bro, I was all baffled by it, because I was thinking, bro, why did they wig my man? My man's one
like,
of them.
I didn't even.
My man's, because I thought on
opinions, bro.
But this is because, like I said,
there's bare people with opinions out here.
Critical thinking. That's what I started, because from what I knew, my man was one of them, and there's propaganda. You used to push further their narrative. So I was confused as to why would this happen to you. like I said, I done the research. When I started to clock, like I said, over the last few weeks, you started to see in his videos his whole conscious changing. Where it's like, nah, it's like I said, it's down to him. Because now he's seen the actual, and he know. Because I can remember, he probably knows a lot more information more than what the actual general public knows. Yeah?
100%.
So now it's questioning his actual like what he stands for. That's he even said. He said it's like raw. This is down to whether I'm like me as a person now, because it's like, am I an evil person where I'm gonna overlook the information I know, like which makes it I'm like I said, certain man are doing certain mad things and that this is this genocide, this mad crime, and the reasons, the real reasons behind it, and you're gonna turn a blind eye to it. It's like no, because then it's like, what do you stand for? You're supposed to be a Christian, so it's like, how are you turning a blind eye to this? Because like I said, the information that they present to you, the lies can only maintain a certain amount before the facts is the facts, bro. So no matter how much they try to paint that we're victims of this, alright, cool, fam. Alright, you can precision strike. What was it? Who's it? Yemen's president? Huh? How can you kill a president? If someone done that, tried to attempt to do that to the American president, you'd be saying it's World War. But why have you not just done it and just get like all of these little things here? Like I said, with the information when it powers up,
realistically,
you can't do nothing. Like
exactly.
you can't look at it. And he started to be vocal about it, because you see, the thing is, you're allowed to do that. If you change your view, cool, but you're not allowed to vocalize and encourage other people.
I think if he wasn't Christian, he would be alive right now. I'm just gonna be 100%. But to whoever, if it was the government, I'm not gonna even say no more. You look, because like for the third time, I like where I live. I'm not gonna speak like that. But whoever, you know what I'm saying? No, to all those people, because this is what we started talking about. To all those people who are celebrating his death, you lot, I don't wish the bad on you, but trust me, you wouldn't even want to be in his family's position. It's mad. Do you get what I'm saying? But I think that's a good place for us to simmer it. Oh, and hit that subscribe button.